You could try to rush the process as much as you want. You could plan ahead, mentally prepare, have all this planned out, and have the perfect plan. But one thing that you have to realize is you have to wait on God's timing. Sometimes your timing isn't the right timing, even if it looks like that. You could look around you, you could have the perfect thing going for you, the perfect job opportunity, the perfect partner, the perfect this, the perfect that, whatever scenario you want to put in that. Any possible situation, let's say if it doesn't work out, would you get mad? Would you get upset? Would you get angry? Or would you realize that it's not the right time? That's what I had to realize, because I used to think like, dang, this didn't work out, or dang, why didn't this interview go through, or shit, I should have had that car. I was trying to get that car, but now someone bought it before me. Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, I had to realize that once you take your ego out of whatever it is, you realize it's on God, and you can't rush God. And you might think you know the perfect plan for yourself, but just when you think you know the perfect plan, boom, something comes out of nowhere, like not ruin it, but it just a slight detour that your whole plan that you had crafted is totally ruined. So what did you do? Not only did you waste time and mental energy, but you prepared for something that isn't the case anymore. And this all has to do with God's timing, because God is the only way. When I realized that whatever dreams that I had for myself, whatever goals that I had for myself, I tried to do it by myself. I tried, right? I thought I could do it by myself. I thought I was invincible. I thought I was like the shit. You know, my ego was at an all-time high no matter what scenario it is. But then I had to realize that you can't do anything without him. And if you think you can, you can't. Because trust me, I've tried. And I realized that the majority of the most successful people in life, they gave it to God. They acknowledged God, and they actually went out their way to explain that God is the only way. Because when I pray for things, right? When I pray for things late at night, early morning, whatever time it is, right? Maybe I wanted to go right then and there, right? Maybe I wanted to be successful right then and there, boom. But what about the journey it took that takes for you to be successful? What about that journey? What you have to realize is, don't take it for yourself. Give it to God. Pray for your things, because when God gives you the things, they're everlasting and they're a blessing. But when you think you can do it yourself, you might even get it. But look, boom, you lose it all, or some bullshit happens, or this happens, or whatever the scenario you have, something doesn't let it work out. Why is that? It's because you didn't give it to God. You have to trust in God's timing, because God is the only way. And once I realized that, life just got so much better for me. I swear. Life just got so much better for me, right? Not saying like I just started believing in God. I've always believed in God. But sometimes you have to give your goals to him as well, because that's the only way you can get to the next step. When you keep God in the center of whatever, sports, relationship, music, whatever, right? When you keep God in the center of it, that's when things bloom into a whole different thing that you never expected would happen. And this is how the most successful become the most successful. If you were to tell someone, if you were to tell someone way before, right, that they would amount to all the blessings that they had right now, if you go to someone successful and you tell them that, they'd probably be like, what the hell? Like, how? Right? How? Because it's crazy how when you work hard, you put God into whatever you're doing, and you try and you're consistent and you show up, you will be amazed on how far your life can actually become. No situation is hopeless, by the way. I used to think situations were hopeless. I had no way out. Victim mindset. You know, just overall just destroyed my... Not only did that destroy my mental health, but it just made me have that victim mindset that I can't get out of a certain situation, when I know now nothing's hopeless. You can get out of literally anything. Don't rush your process. All right? If you're trying to rush something like, okay, for example, like, oh, I need to get this done. I need to get this money. Why am I not big enough? Why am I still skinny? Why am I still fat? Relax. It's a part of the journey. Everyone who's also, it's funny, Cal, everyone who's also successful, they always mention the journey. I've noticed that because I watch hours of podcasts, hours of successful people, like interviews and whatnot, and they always talk about the journey. When you have all your goals right in front of you, let's say you had that nice car, you had that family, you had this, you had the whatever, right? You had your dream life, your dream vision. Everyone always refers to not the vision itself that they finally obtained after all that hard work, but they realize that the journey, the love of the game, is in the hard work itself. Once I realized that, I was like, okay, scratch that. Let me remove the outcome. Let me remove the destination, and let me just focus on the journey. Whatever you're doing in life, whatever goals you have set for yourself, do the hard work. Because at the end of the day, I had to realize, what else is there to do? You're gonna waste time? You're gonna go party? You're gonna go party again? You know, like, that shit gets boring as hell. And I know I'm not the only person who feels this way. That shit gets boring as hell. I literally don't even go out anymore. Like, that shit is boring as shit. Like, this is fun. I can make videos. I actually have fun. I look forward to it, right? But to go party and waste time, yeah, that's cool too. Of course, on special occasions, like, if it's my bro's birthday, I'm gonna pop out, you know, and I'm gonna have fun because it's my bro's birthday. But you're trying to go out on a random Thursday night, like, come on, bro. And once I realized that hard work truly does pay off, consistency pays off, and all you have to do is just keep showing up. Because, yes, I can say I failed at this YouTube, but actually I haven't. You know why? Because I still tried again. No matter what, right? I could have 100 million subs, chilling with Mr. Beast, you know what I'm saying, on a private jet, right? If I don't have that right now, does that mean I failed? No. That just means I have to keep working hard in whatever I'm doing, which is YouTube or whatever it is I'm working on. And I just realized I have to just keep going. Go all in. And that's what it's all about. Don't think you're stuck. Don't think you're being complacent. As long as you're working hard, as long as you're keeping God in the center of it, as long as you're doing your thing and you're being consistent, you will get to what you want. It might not be in your timing, but you have to trust in God's timing. Pray for the things you want, and you will realize that these things come true. Especially with, this isn't like you're rubbing a genie's head like you're not doing anything. You're working hard towards it as well. It's not voodoo or magic, like you're literally doing the hard work. So how the magic or whatever is in the hard work? How can you know, of course luck has stuff to do with it, but how can you be lucky? How can you be blessed if you're not even working hard on yourself? That's all the message I want to leave you guys, man. Make sure you like, make sure you sub. Enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm off the man. Peace.